Hi Aries, welcome to Tinker Tarot. This is Lynn, and thanks for your patience. I'm in Canada, and as you can tell out my window, we've had a lot of snow for the past 3 or 4 days, all day, every day. So I've had to do a lot of shoveling, but thanks for your patience, and we'll get underway with your reading right now. So, what do we have in store for Aries for February 2018? February 2018. Using the Mythic Tarot, and it translates through Greek Mythology. And I've been using this particular tarot deck, this exact one, for over 20 years. Woo. Okay. Aries. What do we have for Aries for February 2018? What messages for Aries? February 2018. February 2018. February 2018. All right. So, in your past, we have the Magician reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Page of Cups reversed, the Empress, and the Page of Pentacles. Now, so this is in your past, and the Magician, can you see that very well? Blurry a little bit. But anyway, the Magician is you when you can manifest anything. You have everything at your feet. You have all the tools you need to control your future and your present. This is in your past, but it's in the reverse. And so you were feeling like you didn't have all the tools you needed. It's basically delayed. What you're going to do has been delayed. So I think that you're still thinking that you're feeling like there's more that you need to harness before you can move on with your plan, basically, is the Magician in reverse. So there's a few more things that you need to harness before you're ready. You feel like you got everything that you need to move on. And now your next card is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. And the Queen of Swords is about an air sign, usually, which is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And this person is very truthful. Swords are very about communication and strategic thinking. You know, they're like chess experts. They can think 5, 6, 7 moves ahead of the present. And so, but this is in the reverse. And so this is not clarity. This is someone who is possibly lying. You know, they're lying. You're not getting the right information. You're not getting the truth out of this person. Okay? So they're not working with you at this point. This could be a female person around you. It could be a male, but I think that if a female comes up, it represents a female. Now, obviously, is the air sign. So this is someone around you that you feel that is in your way, kind of. They're in your way. They're not helping you with your plan move along, okay? The next card you have in your past is the Page of Cups, also in the reverse. And the Page of Cups is about, let me that a little bit, is about being self-absorbed, you know, thinking of yourself and what your needs are and how great you are. But in the reverse, it is not that at all. It's about concern for others and thinking about yourself last. But the Page of Cups is also about a message. Pages are always about messages. And since it's a cup, it's probably in the emotional side, like you're going to get a message. I think that about someone who's not believing in themselves, and I think that could be you right now. You don't have full belief in yourself or your plan, what you want to do, and of course this is in your past energy, and it's caused delays. You've need to take another look at yourself, and you have to love yourself first before you have that confidence in yourself to move ahead, and before others believe in you too, before others will form around you and support you in whatever you want to do. And when you believe in yourself, everybody does. Okay. So your next card is the Empress. The Empress. And the Empress quite often represents the birth of something. It could be the birth of a child. It also represents nurturing, but it's bringing in the birth of something. And I think that it could be the birth of you, the birth of loving yourself and nurturing yourself. And this is in the upright. And I think this is when you decide to give yourself that attention. Like sometimes I think of it in relation, if you have a friend and something awful has happened to them, and you would go to them and you would say, oh my God, come here, I'm so sorry, and you would hug them and nurture them and love them. And this is something that we need to do to ourselves sometimes. We need to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, nurture and love yourself and take care of you so that you're able to nurture everything else around you, So I hope I didn't get too deep or mushy there. Your next card in your past energy is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles has been coming up in like every reading. And the Page of Pentacles is also a message. Like you have 2 pages just in your past energy. And this is a financial message. And this is in the upright. So it seems like I think you're going to get a message about finances, some sort of grounding energy, something that makes you feel more stable and secure. It could be a loan that's coming in, line of credit. It could be you're feeling, I'm not sure. It could be, something like even in the financial sector, as far as interest rates and something affecting what your plans are. But anyway, this message is about finances and growth, as the pentacles are about. So this is all your past energy. So to me, it looks like you have, I should say, Aries, you have felt limited with the support around you, the messages you're getting, and the messages you're giving yourself. And there is a birth of something new in you. And you've started to nurture yourself more. I get like you're eating better, and I think you're drinking more water. I just get a feeling that is 2 of the things that you're doing now more to improve your lifestyle. And then with the page and that message coming in about nurturing, nourishment, and financial growth, basically. So in your present energy, you have the Judgment card, the Eight of Pentacles, the Devil, the Seven of Wands, and the High Priestess. Whew, you got a lot of major arcana here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. So this is your present energy, Aries. And the Judgment. Judgment is kind of about the skeletons that we have in the closet. All of us have them, every single person in the whole wide world. And it's something that we're not proud of, possibly feel shameful about. And in this card is when we're going to go and face them. We're going to go face those skeletons and leave them there. And as soon as you're ready, outside, the door is open. You can walk through it any time you want. You're not stuck there in that dark part of you, that part of you that you're so hard on yourself too. And you can just leave all that behind. You can face it. It's there. It exists within you. It's not anything you can change, but you don't have to live it and you don't have to be it. You can just let it go and move on. Go on out the door. It's sunny. Everything's waiting for you there. So, and I think this is kind of where you've passed judgment on your past and let it be. You just say, yes, that's what it is. You face it, and then you let it be. You put that away in a suitcase. And sorry if I giggle a lot. I do that. Your next card in your present energy is the Eight of Pentacles, and it shows you very successful at something that you're doing with work or creatively. You can see that you have made something around you that is providing you with nourishment. You're stable and secure, and you're able to take care of yourself. And down here is your savings. You're making money and saving. And so you're quite experienced at this skill. You're quite skilled at this. And so it shows you being successful in this and feeling feeling good about what you do. And I think others know that too, that you're quite capable and you're quite qualified, and skilled person. Eights are about change. Like they're kind of about eights remind me of the calm before the storm. And I don't mean storm in a negative way. I mean the calm before something's about to happen. So you look content and successful in this. But I think that there's something brewing here. There's something brewing here. Your next card in your devil, or in your present, is the Devil. And the Devil is about shame, about sometimes the Devil can be about addiction, and that addiction is spreads wide over a lot of things: sex, drugs, shopping, eating, drinking, many things. And it's basically too much of anything. We're supposed to live in moderation, but the Devil is about facing that, where you are part partaking, you're overindulging in something, and you don't like it. You don't like that part of yourself. That's something that you would like to change, but all the same, it's tempting. It's a temptation there. You gotta think about that, consider that in your present and where you're going, because you're doing well, in your work, and there's the potential for something new to be birthed there, but you have to be careful about your temptations around you. Don't let them take you off track, is what the warning is there, okay, with the devil. Your next card in the present is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is about competition. It's fierce competition in the creative world. You have to make your idea and your ideas stand out above everyone else's. Everyone has good ideas, but why are yours better than theirs? Why are yours more useful? You need to sell yourself, your product, your skill, your qualifications, your experience. You got to sell yourself, because everybody else wants that too, what you want. So I think that you are going to be facing some competition in your line of work, or what you're trying to get into, what you're into presently, actually. Don't doubt yourself. Like, just because there's other people doesn't mean that their idea is better. And all you got to do is speak up. These days you got to shout it out. You can't just, you got to shout it out, and it shows this is what you need to be doing here. Don't be going into this and have doubt about yourself. Fight for what you want and what you've built so far. Fight to keep that. The next card is the High Priestess. And, it's funny, because at one end of your present energy, you have Judgment. And at the other one, you have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is about testing your intuition. But they're both in this cave, see, with the door open in the background. They're, she's about intuition and her gut feelings about stuff, and also, like, not everybody has this gut feeling, and you're the first one that can smell a rat. You're the first one that sees a potential in something. And this is saying, trust your gut. There's something, what you're sensing is true, is right. Believe it and go with it. Okay. Also, that door is open. Trust yourself. Also, I want to point out that in both, it's like these two cards are columns at each end of your present energy, and in both cards there are columns. There is the black and the white, the yin and the yang, the balance. This is screaming balance right now in your present energy. It's really about accepting who you are and believing in yourself in so many ways. Like, sure, we have doubt, and we have failures, and we have things that we're not proud of. But we also have a purity about us, or you do. I shouldn't say us. You have a purity about you, Aries. And she has the dress. She has the apple, like Eve, the innocence, but also the curiosity, the risk taking. You know, Eve is innocent, but she also was the one that took a risk and changed everything, and not necessarily for the worse. But this is purity, her dress, her flowers. You got to trust that, and there's the balance again. Um, it's really so nice, but in the center of your present energy is that devil. So, you know, it's right at the core. It's at the core. It's in the center of the whole reading. You may want to talk to addiction places about, because no matter what your addiction is, you don't have to be an alcoholic to go get help for addictions. There's like I said, so many different addictions, and don't let that, like gambling or whatever, don't let that stray you from your course. Okay, so Aries, in your future energy, you have the Five of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. So this is a real variety here. So the Five of Wands in your future energy portends the struggle with material reality. Here he's fighting the dragon. The dragon is blocking his way where he wants to where he needs to get to. So it's fives to me are about delay. It's a I think that there's a bargain that has to be made here to get by. The dragon's not going to let you by, and so there's a bargain that needs to be made here, and you have to be a hard bargainer. You need to, but you need to be fair. You need to get by there to go where you're going. Okay, so there's some sort of challenge. There's something that wants to block you from getting where you're going. And this is in the wands. So this is again, in your career, in your material reality, I mean by things that are tangible, things that you're in this particular tale. This is Jason, and he's on his quest to get that golden fleece, and this dragon's in the way, and he can't get anything else that he wants until he gets that golden fleece. So he's got to get by. He's got to negotiate with the unnegotiable. A lot of your reading is finding a way around things. Okay, so there's the Five of Wands. And your next card is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is this guy has kind of got himself into this position. Okay, so he's listened to you, or someone around you is doing this to you. He's listened to these all these Medusas, these ladies that are about causing drama and problems and filling your head full of nonsense that may or may not be true, or may or not have anything to do with what your queries are. And here is the sun god saying, I'd like to really help you out here, but you kind of got yourself in the spot that you're in. you're surrounded by the swords. There's not, the communication isn't clear. You're not sure who to believe. You want, um, you don't want to be judged, you want people to look at you fairly in this circumstance, this situation, and you're in, and it's about communication. It's about communication, your communication with people. Sorry, I'm waving this all over the place, but I think you're listening to the wrong people. Okay, you're anytime you want, you can walk away from them and not listen to them anymore. And it's probably a good idea to get a few different objective opinions and suggestions and support from others. But the ones that you're listening to are do not have your best interest at heart. And so, you know, it's you that needs to, you're the one that's there. You can take the blinders off anytime you want. Okay, is basically what this is saying. The next in your future energy is the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands in the Mythic Tarot is when Jason is asked to go after the fleece, to go, and someone believes in him. He's proved his abilities, his experience, his skills are worthy of this task, and he's been promised that if he completes this task, he will be his name will be cleared, and he'll be given lands, and so he gets all this great reward if he can pull this off. But nobody can pull this off. The king doesn't really expect him to do it. And if he does, he's going to be, it's going to be great for him. So anyway, basically the three is about sort of a celebration in the wands, about that being recognized that you have the skills to take on this task, even though this task seems huge and overwhelming and exciting. But they've come to you and asked you to do it. So that where you work, what you're doing, people believe in you, and you're starting to get in some recognition for your skills, your motivation, your energy, just everything you got. You're thought of as the person who can get the job done. Okay? And the next card in your future outcome for February is the Nine of Cups. And one awesome card. The Nine of Cups is wish granted, wish come true, wish fulfilled. So, and it's in the upright position. This is the celebration. And it's been blessed by Aphrodite herself, this union. So this says you're going to be successful in what you're going after. I don't think this is a lot about relationships in this reading for you, Aries. I think this is more about the relationship with the self, for one thing, about believing in yourself and believing what you're capable of achieving, and don't doubt yourself. You have everything you need to go ahead with this. You are a brilliant person. You're an Aries, a fire sign. They can manifest, they can multitask, and they're very creative and energetic, and their creativity is infectious. It's people want to be a part of what they're doing. But anyway, you got the Nine of Cups, you got the celebration, you got the recognition and the congratulations in this card. And I think it's a self-achievement too, because I think you finally do believe in yourself and do believe that you're the right person for the job. And the final card in your future outcome is the Ten of Wands. Now, I know this looks kind of scary, but it shows that you're overwhelmed, you're overburdened. Okay, you're like, whoa, this is so much responsibility, so much more work than I thought it was going to be. But you've done it. Look at, you have the golden fleece. You've achieved what you set out to do, but you're not quite back to the palace with the fleece yet, and your ship is broken, and you're just completely overwhelmed. It's like, how am I going to do this? I'm just not going to get there. I'm exhausted. But you will. You know, it is the 10. Don't forget. You're you're there. You have the golden fleece, but you're so exhausted you don't have the energy to recognize you've won, you've accomplished. But you will. You will. Okay? So, you know, after you've gotten a little bit of rest, you're gonna see that, whoa, I did it. You're just overburdened, overwhelmed right now with this task and really tired out. So, um, but when you get rested, or when you give it a little bit of time, and you're going to realize you did it. You did it. Okay? So it's cause for celebration. I'm really happy for you. This is actually a really super reading, Aries, and I'm really happy that you visited my channel today to visit. Please like, share, and subscribe. And you can also follow me on Facebook at Tinker Tarot. So have a great February. Bye.